G'day YouTube, welcome to another episode of the Friday Vape Club. As always, your host, Squidly back for another episode. Did I say episode twice? I think I did. Yeah, I did. Welcome to another episode of the Friday Vape Club. I said it twice. Alright, fuck it. Intro, doesn't matter. Today we're looking at An RDA for vaping. It doesn't sound right, does it? But this is called An RDA for vaping, so technically we are reviewing An RDA for vaping. Sounds weird, but that's correct. Don't question me on my grammar. So this is a dual coil 24mm RDA made by Coilturd. If you don't know who Coilturd is, you have been living under a fucking rock. What is wrong with you? He made a liquid for vaping, a peach tea and lemonade. It was absolutely sensational. He has made a rebuildable, this liquid right here, and it is fucking sensational. He makes some pretty goddamn good coils, and now he's made a pretty fucking goddamn good RDA. This is the RDA for vaping. So let's dive down, let's take a quick look around it. I'll show you the deck, I'll show you how I put my coils in there. I'm not gonna do a generic build video for you guys today because it is a fucking breeze to drop your coils in. So I'll just show you where I've placed my coils, and then we'll jump back up top here. We would do pros, cons, price, if I would recommend this thing or not. So stick around, watch this video. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button if you are not already subscribed. Just go ahead and hit it. It doesn't cost you anything, just do it. Go ahead and smash that like button. Don't forget to follow my Instagram and other social media down below. That's it, let's roll the intro. Alright, and here we have got an RDA for vaping. So some quick specs on this thing. It is 24mm in diameter. It is primarily made of 304 stainless steel. It comes with 3 different AFC rings, which are very easy to change out. It's got this lovely two-tone look to it. So you got this media blasted section down the bottom, and then the glossy airflow rings, and the 3 different rings are all the same, so you're going to get the same look regardless of if you change this airflow down or not. That's a quick look around the outside. There is very minimal branding on this, which I love. Up the top here you do have an 810 drip tip, O-ring on the inside, friction fit. The AFC is easily removed. You simply grab the top piece here and you turn, and voila, domed on the inside. And then to remove your AFC, you simply pick it up. Now the AFC have got these little notches cut into them and then cut into the deck. So once they're in place, they do not move. It is a very simple yet elegant and effective way to change your AFC and to control it and ensure it doesn't move. Boom, remove the whole entire top cap all as one. As you can see, the airflow holes do take up a fair bit of real estate in this top cap, and that adds to the condensed nature of the vapor. Also in here, you can see up the very top right here, there are some notches, some little cutouts inside the top cap, and they line up right here with your notches on the deck, and this prevents and locks the top cap from free spinning, so your AFC will always be pointed and directed at your coils. You notice you got these little cutouts in the deck, and those cutouts are to help get your Allen key into those grub screws to tighten down your coil legs. Okay, and that is what the deck looks like. So it's a postless style. It's kind of just like a big block. You've got your positive on this side with a peak insulator around it, and then your negative on this side. It is very easy to drop your coils in there. You simply unscrew it, cut them, drop them in, and then position them. I like my coils to be a little bit closer to the outer edge of that block. This is the perfect position for them to give me the best flavor possible. I have also raised my coils up slightly, so I'm not getting any pooling underneath the coils when I squonk it. Just gives me that little bit of buffer, and it also lets the airflow in underneath my coils as well, giving me the best possible flavor. Some things you should also note about this deck is there are 3 squonk holes. one on either side where the cotton is, and then you've got one down the middle. I don't know whether you're going to be able to focus in and see it. But yes, that is it. Very simple to install your coils. Literally cut the legs, drop them in, adjust them to where you want them to be, thread the cotton through, juice them up, drop your top cap on, and vape away. Pretty straightforward. So that's a quick look around an RDA for vaping. Let's take a look at the packaging, shall we? Packaging. All right, here we have the packaging for an RDA for vaping. I have got the black one as indicated by the little sticker on the top. An RDA for vaping. Very simple, very good branding, Coilturd. Very cool. Big Coilturd down the side, and then nothing on the back, and another Coilturd down that side. When you open up the packaging, this is what you will see. You will get your RDA for vaping right here. It does come with one of these little knurled drip tips. I fucking hate these. I think they are shit and they're very uncomfortable, so I didn't use it. You also get your extra AFC. So these are your different airflow options. I've been rocking the 3, but you've got the 2 airflow options and 1. So obviously, as you reduce the number of holes, the restriction of the airflow will increase. So if you like it very restricted, I would try the 1 and then try the 2. Or if you just want to have it fully wide open and enjoy the fuck out of some nice fat clouds, then chuck the 3 on there. But very easy and simple to install. You do get a bag of spares, including spare grub screws, O-rings, Allen key, and your 510 pin, whether it be squonking or the solid pin. That's it. That's all you need for this An RDA for vaping. Let's jump back up top. Let's do the pros, the cons, the price, and if I would recommend this or not. All right, so there we had a quick look around the An RDA for vaping. I'm going to take it for a rip like I often do. I've got it sitting on top of my SQ top side. Absolutely love this device. Inside, I have got some Coilturd aliens. I forget which ones they were, but I'll show you the picture here. Now it's those ones, the aliens. And I have got some fucking Boule Bolu on the inside. I am all turded up. I'm turded up today. I got the turd trifecta of turds. The RDA for vaping, the liquid, the coils, boom roasted. Boom roasted. Oh, am I grim green? What the fuck? I've been listening too much of Culture of Clouds podcast. So yes, I've got the turd trifecta. Let's get into it. Just got to make sure my fucking wicks are wet. Wet wicks. Say wet. Wet. Say wicks. Wicks. Say wet wicks. Wet wicks. Okay. Wicks are wet. Let's... All right, let's do this shit, shall we? Yeah. Hear that crackle, man? Hear that crackle? Oh, crackle life. Okay. It is just hands down. I'll just give you a second. All right. Bit of pre-cum in my pants. So let's talk about the flavour, cloud production, and airflow.
Flavour, cloud production, airflow.
The flavour off this RDA is amazing. Actually, amazing just doesn't do it justice. And a rating out of 10, I give this thing like a solid 9.5 out of 10. It is just fucking great. And that all comes down to obviously your coil placement, but that reduced chamber. This is a very short, stubby little fucker like my penis. So you're gonna get really condensed vapor, which in turn produces really intense flavor. And that is with the 3 airflow slots wide open. It's how I've been loving it. Let's talk about that airflow then. So those 3 airflow slots, it is just very open, very airy, just spot on. It is a perfect direct lung vape. My coils, I have lifted them up slightly and pulled them out a little bit so I don't get too much spit back in the center. And I found that is probably perfect for me. It does produce a slight little whistle. So I'm fine with the whistle. I don't care about the whistle. But if you do not want that whistle, just drop your coils down a little bit and move them in a little bit. I found, lifting them up, pulling them out, just perfect. Absolutely spot on. So the airflow is great. And the cloud production, as you saw, like, what? You kidding me? Fucking, yeah, the best. Let's talk about the pros and the cons.
Pros.
First pro, flavour for days, mate. Flavour for days. It is just absolutely sensational. I love the look of this thing. The two-tone with the matte black and the gloss black. Oh, just erectionville. It is it's gorgeous. It is a gorgeous looking little device. I love that there's no branding on it. Like, he hasn't put Coilturd or an RDA for vaping anywhere on the outside. He's just left it plain and simple and just let, the two tones take care of the styling, and it sets it apart. It is just gorgeous. The airflow ring's really easy to change your AFC on here. You simply unscrew the top piece, which is another lovely little feature for this thing. And then you can, slide this off, put the other one on, and fucking Bob's your uncle. I think this thing really, really excels in squonk mode. It just laps up the juice in squonk mode because you've got the 3 little squonk holes, the 2 on the sides and the 1 on top. So you're getting full saturation of your cotton. So squonk mode is perfect. And I would probably recommend that if you are going to buy it, look to squonk on it as opposed to dripping. I just kind of found that it is more suited to that squonking life. And the last one is the name, An RDA for vaping. It's fucking stupid, but it is so fucking cool at the same time. What are you vaping on? I'm vaping on an RDA for vaping. That's fucking cool. I dig the name. I don't know why. I love it. I dig the name. It's very awesome. So they were the pros for this thing. There are many pros. Let's talk about some of the cons, shall we? So there are a couple of cons that I found with it. And look, they're not game changers for me in any way. One is you do get a little bit of seepage out that AFC ring. Not a huge deal. I've just found a quick little wipe with the shirt of the finger and she's done and dusted. No issues. I don't know whether it's condensation or liquid. Sometimes it's sticky, sometimes it's not. But yeah, it's not a deal breaker for me. The other one is the drip tip. Not a fan of the drip tip that it came with. I don't like those, dock tips with the weird shit around the outside. I just prefer straight up drip tip. So I put my little blue one on and she looks fucking great. A little accent in the top. I love that, all black with a little accent. It's gorgeous. And the third con for me is there is a fine line between when it becomes a very hot top cap and when it becomes a not so hot top cap. So you've really got to kind of find that perfect balance of where you're going to put your coils. I initially had them too far to the AFC. So yeah, the top cap got a little bit hot, so I pulled them in just a fraction. It's still where I want them. They're not so centered, still kind of out a little bit towards the outer edges of that build deck. And I found that that's kind of perfect. That's that perfect line. It does get a little bit warm, but it's not so hot that I can't vape on it and chain vape on it. So yeah, you just got to play around with it and find what suits your vaping style. I can only tell you my experiences and my subjective information. This is what worked for me, so hopefully it works for you. If it doesn't, then call me a fucking muppet in the comments. So that's the pros and cons done. Let's get into the price and if it's the best or the worst device ever.
Price.
So what is this thing gonna set you back? A little bit of Google foo around the internet. I found it on sale in the States for $60. You can get it from Coilturd website and Twisted Messes website and other reputable dealers. Here in Australia, the only place I know of that sold it was Vapor's Haze, and I purchased this from him in Perth in Australia here. I believe he's the only one in Australia selling it. Couldn't tell you a price because when I checked for the price, he had sold out. I can't remember what I paid. I think it might have been around the 70, $80. But if you think that's a little bit too much, just for you guys, enter the coupon code 15 squids and get 15% off your order. So I'll write that down here. Little gift, my gift to you. If you want an RDA for vaping and you're in Perth, Australia, or in Australia, or anywhere in Australia really, doesn't have to be Perth, use that code, check out this website, 15% off, because I'm the fucking man. And let's talk about if I had to give this thing a rating out of best device ever, worst device ever with nothing in between, just best or worst, I'm gonna give it the best device ever. It's that fucking good, people. It is that good. I absolutely adore this little device. I will continue to vape this setup as it is. I think the RDA for vaping on top of the SQ, it doesn't get a more perfect setup for you. So yeah, enjoy it. Get out there and pick up an RDA for vaping now. So that's all I've got for you guys today. I really hope you enjoy it. Like always, I say this at the end of every video. Please like, please share, please subscribe. Drop a comment down below. Have you got one of these? Do you want one of these? Will 15 squids help you out with the old casharoo? Hopefully it does. I don't know. Call me a dickhead. Have you tried Bule Bolu? Because I can't get enough of that shit. It's like crack. And I'm going to get the fuck out of here. So thanks very much for watching. Like always, YouTube, keep it cloudy. Keep it cloudy.
A Gutter Slut production.